Welcome to what could be the last day of corn harvest for us. Last night the alternator on our combine went out. Morning Brian went to go get a new one and a new serpentine belt because the serpentine belt that runs in the engine compartment there also burned off because the alternator locked up. And right now he is putting that on. I'm gonna go get the pressure washer and we're gonna pressure wash the sides off of the dryer because we'll finish. And we're just gonna pressure wash that so all that dust and debris doesn't get blown up into the dry bin. The skid loader. Thing with diesel engines is when it's cold, they've got to warm up before you can turn them on. We'll leave that bucket right there. Get down the power washer. I don't use the skid loader. I use the forklift to get that down. Also fill it up with diesel because as well as running off an electric motor, this thing also burns diesel to create heat. And it heats up these coils, which the water runs through, which heats up the water. Someone had a little too much diesel fuel last night. Wake up, little buddy. Alrighty, I think we've got everything. Now I'll take it over to the diesel barrel and fuel it up. I noticed the skid loader needs fuel too, so we'll fuel that up. It runs off of diesel as well. And we'll go power wash that dryer off. Picked up a hitchhiker. He's from the hood. Our hoses up to the hydrant up there, and power cord to the bin hookup over there, and all our pressurized hose all ready to go. Now let's wash it off. That side's clean. I'm gonna do the other side, and yeah. Dad's gonna put that up and away. I'm gonna run inside and put some dry clothes on real quick.
Nothing worse than wet boots in cold weather.
Over to the field, gonna check how much space we have in the big bin, and we just don't want to overfill it and plug that line. So there's rings on the bins. There's a ring, and it's down a ring and a half. We'll look inside the top one. hop in the truck and head on over. Here we go. Well, right now our grain cart is doing the same thing it was doing earlier in the season, but something in between the linkage there. It's just, I don't know, it's messing up, but we gotta fix it. Not the best time for this, but it is what it is. I'm gonna have to tip the auger in and crack it open because it folds, and then all the grain will spill out, relieving a lot of the pressure because that top auger is packed full of grain. It won't start up, especially since that interlocking piece is slipping, and it's a mess. But either way, Dad's bringing over the loader tractor because we don't want to make a mess like we did last time. Brian's calling a neighbor to see if we can borrow a cart because we just don't have the time to mess with this right now. We're trying to get done today. There's a storm coming tomorrow. Time is against us, but we'll do what we can. Just load. Couldn't even fill one truck, half a truck. Gonna go dump that load in the truck, and then we'll try and turn this auger on with it split like that, put the rest of the corn from the auger into there. So what I've been doing such a poor job of explaining is that right there interlocks into one of these channels, and you see it's all packed full of corn, and so this whole shaft keeps on sliding down, and so it slips. And that top auger and flighting does not spin, and the bottom one does, and it just packs corn up into there, and it's not good. We're gonna check out that top bearing and see if that top flighting and auger is hopping. And if it's hopping, that wouldn't be good either. Don't run it past number 3 marker. It seems to be running great. Obviously, we want to fix it, but we'll just have to unload slow for now and just get the job done. Just to be sure it continues to work well though, we're gonna take it home. We're gonna throw some weld on that and just build it up so it's not as rounded off. We'll weld up that, weld up there, and then on that rod, we'll weld up that edge. One of those edges, and then we built up that rod so that it's not just sloping out, and hopefully it'll catch better and last us. And I sure hope that works. Right, made it back to the field. Ryan took that truck to dump it. He shut off the combine. I'm gonna turn it back on for him so it's running for when he gets here. Then I'm gonna check the tank on the grain cart for mud, because when I left I was going pretty fast and the mud was flying high, and when the mud flies high it gets in the tank. Oh yeah, there's some mud in here. Oh, yeah. Oh, that mud. Switched me off of the grain cart. Now I'm driving this white truck that we're borrowing from a friend. And we actually have to take a few loads to our local ethanol plant because it turns out we don't have enough space in our bins. Just a couple loads, no big deal. But hopefully we'll just keep on rolling and we don't experience any more problems. If we don't experience any more problems and we get the chance to, we're hoping to finish tonight. It'll make it a really late night or early morning, whatever you want to call it. But we just need to get done before this winter weather storm that they're calling for. Either way, we just want to get it done. The welds are holding up nicely. Just got switched over onto our last cornfield. It's exciting, but there's still a lot of acres to go. I just checked out those welds, as you saw. They look good, don't look worn down, and we haven't had any more problems with that, which is also really good. So we're just gonna keep on going. We are still rolling, no problems so far. So that's been really good. It's getting late, but I will say there is a benefit to working late. Even though there is little traffic on these country roads, there is no traffic when it's late. I can just pull out, not have to worry about anyone. I still look. I look both ways. Like my mom always told me, look both ways when you cross the road. But there's just no cars there. Nothing. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. So like I said earlier, we had to take a couple loads to town. And while I was in town, I picked up some power juice. 2 of them. They're both empty. I don't know about you, but my mom always told me not to drink energy drinks. And my wife tells me not to drink energy drinks. Must be a woman thing. Or just a concerned relative thing. Obviously, women drink energy drinks too. Late night thoughts. I will say, I did not get the best night's sleep last night either. I probably won't get a very good night's sleep tonight either. Either. Why did I change? I don't know. But those energy drinks are not working. But I'm still safe to drive. The thing that'll wake you up, it's those lights. Sheesh. It's a walk around, wakes you up a little bit. Plus, I need to check this tank and make sure we're not running low on fuel because I don't know this truck and I don't know if the fuel gauge in the cab works. So we're just gonna go ahead and look inside the tank. We're not looking too bad. So that's good. Don't want to run out of fuel. I'm good. Things about being so close to being done harvesting corn is our big bin, the dry bin, is full, so we don't have to babysit the dryer the whole time. So I can just unload, watch the truck unload, and that's it. Don't have to clean any of those filters on the blower system. This is the life. This just in from the combine. Brian's running on 1 bar of fuel. So I am going to go get his truck with the... So I'm gonna go get his truck with a fuel tank in the back, fill it up with diesel, head over to the field, and we're gonna fill him up. I think he said he's got about 35 acres left, so we're really coming in on it. We're really doing it, aren't we though, buddy? If you don't know what that was from, you can go give yourself some culture and watch Dumb and Dumber. Definitely one of Jim Carrey's finest. Sliding deal in the back of his truck, really handy for stuff like this. Use it a lot. Would highly recommend. What a blessing. That tank I put in the back of the truck was empty, so we're filling it at the big diesel barrel. Then we'll head over to the combine. That's why I'm sitting here warming my bun. Speaking of warm buns, Thanksgiving is coming up. You guys see me do that fuel thing a lot. We use a lot of fuel. Take a hot minute to fuel up. That's a small pump and a lot of diesel. You can tell when it's running out because the pump starts to sound funny. Go do it! Go do it! Go finish. What a toss. He needed that phone charger action. We've all been there. Shut up! That sounded like a lot of coyotes. Captain's log. The coyotes are hungry. I think they want to eat me. I'm scared. I'm really tired. Will this field ever be done? Captain's log. It's been approximately 1 hour since my last entry. I believe we just pulled up for what could be the last load, or at least the second to last load of this field. Praise God. Captain's log. Brian just said he's on his last round. for us for corn harvest this fall. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you like the channel, want to watch and see more videos, subscribe. But like I always say, do whatever you want. I'm going to bed. 3:32. And more coyotes.